Hi guys, I am here today to work on making some card bases. I have my cutter here and I have 20 sheets of really heavy 110-pound colorful cardstock, and I just want to mass make some card bases for when I start making more cards. That way I will already have a whole bunch of colors of card bases ready to go. I can just glue the fronts right on them and they'll be all good. I am gonna start recording a lot more card making videos. I want to mass make a bunch of cards, so there will be different steps in doing that, and this is the first step, is cutting the bases. The good thing about a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper is it can get two perfectly sized A2 cards, and all you have to do is cut it in half this way. So that's going to be the first step, is I'm going to cut all these sheets of paper, and then once I do that, I'm going to get out my scoreboard and score them in half. And then once I do that, I'm actually going to then fold them all. So by the end of this video, maybe I may do them in chunks. I have no clue how long it's actually going to take. I might break it up into 2 videos, but probably not. I don't think it's really going to take that long to cut and fold what will eventually be 40 cards. So let's just get started. I got these off Facebook Marketplace from a lady who is also a card maker, who just isn't doing it as often as she used to. So she was selling them for a very good price. So I bought a bunch of them off of her. Okay, so let's go to 5.5, and I am cutting 2 at once. My cutter can handle it. I have already tested it, and perfect and clean. So there's 2 cards ready to go. They must be a little bit longer than 8.5 by 11. Yeah, that's just a little bit longer than. So first I might actually have to check and make sure that they are 11 inches, and if not, cut them off, because I want them to be perfectly snug, otherwise they won't fit right in the envelopes that I make for them if they're just a little bit too long. Whoops. Okay, there we go. So there's 4 done. So let's make sure that it is 11 inches. Looks like it. Whoops. So 5.5. By 5.5. I need my ruler to actually measure what length this is. Yeah, it is. Whoops, hold on. It's just over 5.5. So that is not something I was expecting. That might be why some of my other cards were very, very snug in the envelope. But that's okay, it can be fixed. I might have to, yeah, I'm only gonna be able to do 1 of each of those, and this one got a little messed up, so That's unfortunate. And my scissors are gone. What the heck? I just had them. I don't know. But that's all right. We'll just cut it at 5.5. Okay, there we go. Five and a half. And then five and a half. And this one will be 5.5. It's raining here right now. I'm recording this during my lunch break. Thankfully, I'm able to work from home most days, and I can do fun things on my lunch break. And since Kelsey is napping, I don't need to tend to her at the moment, so I can make some card bases and chat with you guys. I gave my boss the very first card that I made to actually give to somebody, and he was impressed by it, so I'm happy that he liked it. And see, now these are just short of 5.5, so maybe I need to just put it a little bit over the 5.5 line on here. That way I don't have to keep double cutting. So I'm just gonna go just like a smidgen over. Okay, now these are perfectly even, and let's see, they match 5.5. Look at that. Okay, that is much better. So just a little bit over the 5.5 line on my cutter, and it'll be a perfect cut. There we go, perfect. I only go into the office on Mondays and Wednesdays, and today is actually my boss's birthday. I'm recording this on Thursday, by the way. You won't see it till probably Sunday or probably Sunday. I'm not sure, but normally at work they do something for him on his birthday, but this year they decided that he used to be a big like sweets guy, where he would always want like ice cream or cake or something on his birthday, but he's trying to watch his sugars now, so he didn't want any of that, and they decided to do a breakfast at work on Monday, which is really cool because I go in the office on Mondays, so I'll get to have some yummy breakfast with my coworkers. We used to have breakfast every Friday at work. One of my coworkers would come in a little early, and a couple of them, not just one, but mostly one. He did most of it, and would cook breakfast for the whole company. That was back when everybody was going in the office every day before COVID happened. And he would make a whole platter. We'd have sausage and bacon and scrambled eggs and orange juice and all kinds of stuff. There's usually some kind of pastry, like muffins or a donut or whatever. And it was really awesome. It was really cool that we did that. So Monday, I'm gonna do it again. So that will be nice. So now I'm gonna get my scoreboard out. Have my scoring tool, my scoreboard, and my 40 sheets, and I just put them up here. Score them at 4 1/4. I'm gonna just score them all, and then I will get to the folding after that. 4 1/4. So right now, at the time of recording, Amazon Prime days are going on, and I have a cart full of stuff. I always have a cart full of stuff on Amazon, just stuff that I've, that I want or think about, and I just add it to my cart just because, like, eventually maybe one day I'll buy it. And I've been adding a lot of stuff to my cart lately because I'm really getting into making these cards. So I want new like embossing folders and enamel dots and bling and stuff like that. Some die cuts and stamps so I can make fun cards. So my Amazon Prime, or my Amazon cart, is just filled with stuff. And my birthday is coming up in August, next month. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna go ahead and just buy some of the stuff for myself for my birthday, because I have been saving up a little bit of extra cash that I was going to go out and spend on my birthday. Oh, never. I thought I scored that at 4 1/2. I got nervous for a second. But I think I'm going to just take it early and buy myself the stuff in my Amazon cart that I want for making these cards. And none of this stuff is expensive. It's little things that add up, a couple, like $5 here and there, adds up. The stuff, I guess, thankfully, the stuff that I want doesn't cost a lot, but I want a lot of stuff, so a lot of things that don't cost a lot does end up costing a lot. But by the time that you're seeing this video, I will have either bought it or not. At the time, right now, I don't know. Tomorrow's the last day of Prime days, so I've been kind of watching. A couple of the things in my cart were on sale for Prime days, but then they got off of sale, which is weird. I thought it was supposed to last for the whole time. But apparently some things aren't, but it's only a few dollars difference. The stuff that I want, like I said, it's cheap anyway, so a 25% off, like $4 is only $1. So not like I would have been saving that much anyway, but still. So we'll see. I don't know yet. I've been thinking about it the last 3 days of the Prime days. I might only just buy what's on sale and buy the other stuff at a later date. I might only buy the things that I want specifically for my card making, because not everything on the list is for card making. It's for other things that I also want to make, like craft-wise. But most of it is for the card stuff. So we will see, I guess. But like I said, I have been saving some money up for myself, for my birthday specifically. And I was going to spend it on my birthday on myself, but I may just end up doing it early. So I'm almost done with these. I have the purples and the whites left, and then we can get to folding them. This paper is very thick, and the only thing I don't care for about it is that it is a white core, so you do see some white on the edges, and when you fold these, sometimes, since they are so thick, they crack on the side and you will see some white. But it is a handmade card. It will never be perfect, especially since I am just starting out. Maybe in the future I will find ways not to have that happen, or I will only buy solid color core paper. But the price on this I could not pass up. So I bought a lot of it, and I will definitely use it, all of it, every single bit of it. If not in card making, I will use my tiny scraps for die cuts, or yeah, probably that's what I'll do. My smaller scraps that I can't really do too much with, I'll die cut them for decorations on the card, or decorations in my junk journals, or my glue books. So everything will get used. All right, here we go. I'm going to get these nice and stacked up. So we have a nice stack of scored paper, and now we just need to fold them. So I'm going to, even though they're scored, sometimes they don't want to lay right, so I want to make sure I get my edges as close to each other as I can before I score them down. On the white paper, it's hard to tell that it's cracking, if it's cracking, because obviously it's white, and it has a white core, so. Sometimes this paper is so thick that I think that I actually have 2 sheets. But if I was trying to fold 2 sheets at once, I don't think that I could, because it's so thick. So here's my finished pile. I'll just put that over here. Perfect. All right, there we go. All right, now here is a solid one. So, or colored one, I mean, so we'll see if it ends up cracking, which hopefully it doesn't. Okay, doesn't look like it. Perfect. Now I don't know if maybe I should be folding, whoa, I folded this one. I scored this one completely wrong. That's a bummer. Oh well, this one will just be something that I can practice with, or turn it into just a card front or something like that. So that is okay. We will just move on. So instead I will have 39 card bases. And I never know which way to fold the score to, like, for it to be right. And actually I think that might be the ticket. But let's look at it on the inside. I think I was folding it the wrong way. I think maybe the score, like this is the part that is down that I actually scored. So if I fold it like this, I don't think there will be any cracking, and the fold seems to lay flatter. And then every now and then I'm gonna take all of them and just kind of score them all down. The goal is for them ultimately to lay flat, just like that. Yeah, this way. Okay, that's nice. And I'm, like, obviously very new. I folded this one wrong too. Bummer. This one, though, can at least be salvaged a little bit better than the other one can. I guess that's what I get for trying to score and talk. but that's okay. So we'll get that one out of there as well. So now we're down to 38. But no big deal. Hopefully, I just don't mess up anymore. But those bases definitely are not, whether I use them as cards or not, they're not going to get wasted. So they just won't be a card base, is all. Minutes. Yeah, I think this will be a decent video. It might be a little long because I do definitely still have a lot of cards left, but that's okay. I'm enjoying it, and I would like to do a lot of my card making process on video as much as I can anyway. It's actually made me want to record videos again. The Junk Journal the July Junk Journal challenge that I'm doing right now has also definitely helped with that, because that has been super fun. Let's see, let's take these all, score them down again. Okay. Hopefully you guys are enjoying those videos as well. I'm really, really, really liking my journal that I am working on in that series. So, and we're only halfway through. So, hopefully I continue to do so. And I think that I will. The prompts are nice. They're simple for me. I don't have to think too much about them. A lot of the, in my opinion, the prompts that Meg was putting out, I had to put a lot of thought into some of those because they were kind of off the wall to me. But these ones are not. They make sense. They're simple, and they're easy for me to think of something to do with the prompts. Like with the stamp one, I figured that she, in her mind, when she made them, was rubber stamps or clear stamps or whatever, you know, ink stamps. But I don't really have too much of those. At the moment, I only have like happy birthday and thank you and those kinds of stamps. So I did postage stamps. And I thought that was a fun take on the prompt. I have looked at the whole list. I don't remember what the rest of them are. Some of them I may have a little bit of trouble with, but for the most part, I'm really enjoying the July Junk Journal challenge that I'm doing right now. And I know that, like, once I get into a flow of making cards, like on a mass make, that eventually I will be able to turn out, you know, 10, 15 cards in a half hour. Maybe. I do have ideas for all of these. Maybe not quite all of them. I think the mass make that I'm thinking of, I might not do as many as I originally thought, because I don't want 40 of the same exact kind of card right away. Maybe I'll do like well, they have to be in increments of 4 because of the way that I'm going to be cutting up my paper in the next, for the next part of it. So maybe I'll do like 12, like 8 or 12 to start. Probably 12, so I can do at least one of each color, which I think, yeah, I think that'll be a good number. And this is the start of that. I will be back for more. We are almost done. I only have 2 more left to score. And then I will set you free. And the last one. Perfect. There we go. I only messed up 2 of them. Perfect. So here are the 40 card bases. And all different kinds of colors. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that and that you will come back for the next step of this process. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.